video, and then I'm going to start recording, which is going to record.
Hopefully that'll all work.
Okay. Well, I'll take 1 second while you're doing that. Go get her. Go get them done. Get her done.
I was gonna say, don't even worry about anything you have to do because it's gonna take John at least half an hour to get that going.
No, I think we're good, right? So the default. So what are we doing? So what fear is this? 27. Look, I'm gonna have to edit all this shit out. I don't even care.
You always say that every episode too. I'm gonna have to edit all this shit out. Well, duh. That's we're all a bunch of idiots just talking, so of course you're gonna edit a lot of it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes we start and it's pretty smooth, and we get the.
When was that?
Wow.
Episode 3? Come on.
I mean, theoretically, I'm saying. All right, let me type a quick description in here. Okay, cool. Who the hell knows? That sounds good. And then I gotta throw in the fucking end of the show notes here. And let's throw in some fucking tags.
Okay, good. I didn't miss it. I was like, is this the part where I'm supposed to be quiet?
Nope, not yet.
I had to go get some Gatorade. And now I'm back. Back flavored Gatorade.
Alright, so we're going to go from unlisted to public, and then this bitch will be live on YouTube, if it fucking lets me. I can't view it on a watch page if you don't fucking let me. What's fucking start time? Right now. Is there a now?
Now. I don't know. It's supposed to be now. There's supposed to be don't fill it in and it's immediate, I thought.
No, it says please select a start time in the future. I mean, tomorrow?
That's weird.
There should be a live one. Christ, I can't remember where it's
Wait,
at.
are you on YouTube?
Yeah, so what happens is when OBS streams, it streams to the YouTube page, and then it has a default, a default thing, template. So it's set to go unlisted first, and then I can go in here and fucking mess around with it.
But when you hit record in OBS, you shouldn't have to do anything to YouTube. It should auto send to YouTube.
It does, but the default template is set to be unlisted, and it doesn't have any of the of the specific content information for tonight's episode. It brought up Oscar, some fucking shit and whatever.
Oh.
And that was it. But it won't let me.
But then, you shouldn't have to choose a time. I wouldn't think.
Well, it's telling me I have to select.
That's very confusing now.
Well, it's telling me I have to select a time, and it won't let me post, and it won't let me change it from unlisted to public, unless I just choose 6:30, and then it'll just start when we're halfway through the fucking game. It literally won't let me do it.
I'm kind of thinking we should do ham radio or something.
It's
over.
Oh, I see what's happening. It defaulted to October of 15.
Oh yeah, that's good. Good place to start.
Literally, what the fuck?
Hey, if it could post this episode 4 years ago, that would be pretty awesome, and we could totally make a bunch of references to the future and change the future and make sure Donald Trump wasn't in office and win history. So let's do that.
It won't let me fucking change it.
I don't know what's going on with this, honestly. Because Streamlabs always let me... Streamlabs, I just hit record and it would just push it. I didn't do anything. I didn't have, a time to tell it anything. And then I could go back and edit stuff, but...
It's
Well, this
Streamlabs
ain't fucking
has
Streamlabs, Neil.
some problems. I know it isn't, Brett. It's a problem.
Here we go. And we're live. I guess. Sure, probably.
Hi.
We'll never know.
If you're there, hello.
Yes.
If you're not, not.
If you're watching, call in. We're standing
Is
by.
this 20
99999.
This is 2015, guys.
Look,
Yeah,
Dal-
Guys, it was 2015.
Dal-
We're gonna go back in time.
look,
In time.
188, fuck YouTube and Google. Call that. We'll answer.
1-800-GHOSTFACERS.
All right. So we're live. I'm watching it on YouTube, so there's that.
Are we?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said we were alive. Like,
Yes, we definitely.
I hope so.
So far.
'cause
now.
I didn't. I mean, I
never know.
thought about killing myself earlier, but I didn't. I didn't think, so that would have been weird.
That would be weird. All right. So
I killed myself back in 2015.
Hey, John, just let you know, this says that we are now streaming Rogue Trader Session 21.
no, it says it does say that. God fucking damn it! Hey, how about I go back and edit the video?
No, it doesn't. Oh shit! Ow! Oh! Oh! Oh!
What the fuck is happening?
I don't. What is happening? Because I don't. Wait. Where does it say we're streaming that? On YouTube or on?
On YouTube. You
Oh, God.
son of a bitch. Yeah, session 27. What the fuck are you doing?
People are gonna be really sad about that because that whole episode got us just fucking being idiots because none of the Discord shit worked.
I still have it recorded. I don't know what to do with it.
In babe.
Alright, well. So, Fear Itself, session 27, public save changes. Now, theoretically, we're going to be the right thing. So, let's go ahead and watch that. Alright, refresh your browser. There it is. Hey, baby!
Rebrowse your fresher.
Alright. So we'll take a second here. Pause. Recoup. This fucking guy.
Gonna get back to time. Gonna get back to
What an asshole!
And we can't even see it.
That's it. We should just call it. That should just be the episode. Actually, John, no shit. Cut that shit for the last 2 episodes. That should be the beginning. That should be the intro to the last 2 episodes.
Well, there's nothing to post for Rogue Trader other than me screaming intermittently at you guys through Discord.
No, what? No, I meant you guys went back in time.
Oh,
Last episodes of
yeah.
Fear. You should use his version of Back in Time. Is whenever it's like, whenever you go, it's like instead of like whoop, 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 you just use that clip.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking great. And then no one will know what's happening. They'll all be confused because out of nowhere you'll have that song
Exactly.
for 3 seconds.
It makes perfect sense. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. It's been a hell of a time to try to get a game not in necessarily, but streamed and have technology working. So that's a fun thing. So there's that.
Guys, we couldn't get it in. That's what she said.
Well, okay. Yeah. All right. So
Although all 4 had a really fun time trying. That's such a ow.
see, I don't know if I leave that in or take that out. I don't know.
I don't know. Everything sucks, and this is gonna suck. Let's get it over with.
All right, that's fair. Cool. So,
I actually only kind of know what's happening, mostly.
all right. So,
Cool.
It's been, I don't even know.
A million
6
years.
months? I don't even know.
yeah.
So, we played 2 games, and one of them was canceled in between. So it's been at least 4 months since this continuum of the timeline existed.
Exactly. So we'll do a recap. So the last 2 sessions, Randy and Erin went on a spiritual quest found out that their paths have been intertwined over centuries and that they've been fighting evil, and that they always make the choice to fight evil. They fought a Wendigo. They saved a little girl and took them back with them to safety. They were able to defeat the Wendigo, although it was quite painful. In real time, what had happened was Delphine and Jack were off, getting a little randy. Randy, double entendre.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
they?
Oh man, I missed that part.
That's extra naughty.
Right. Randy was talking to Lady Brandwin about their current situation, and Erin was being ensorcelled by some guy that he met in the party downstairs by drinking a drink that was sent to him randomly by this dude.
What does unsorcelled mean? What the hell is that?
Ensorcelled. The guy put a spell on him in the drink.
Wait, what?
Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't believe that's a word. Okay,
Ensorcelled, of course that's a word.
yeah, of course it is. You just made it up, but yeah, of course it's a word.
right.
Cool. Go ahead.
Ensorcelled? I don't.
You guys have never heard that?
This sounds suspect.
I don't know.
No.
Okay, look.
That's like being
Ensor- as in ensorcered? Because that's insanity. Captured by sorcery, ensorcelled? No? What? That's not what is it?
I'm trying to look it up right now. I can't spell what you're yelling at me.
Holy shit. Fucking Guinness, or not Guinness, fucking...
Ensorcelled, here it is. Verb, archaic, past tense, ensorcelled, past participle, ensorcelled. Ensorcelled?
Well, what's ensorcelled?
Enchant or fascinate. So he was enchanted. He was not fascinated. He was enchanted.
I mean, that's crazy town.
Well, look, I'm old. I'm using old words.
I learned a new word today, and I have a pretty big vocabulary according to most of the vocabulary online tests.
So according to Facebook.
I also took a IQ test for a few years ago, and my verbal was very high because I'm very good at
bullshitting
nuance of the definitions.
How's your modesty quotient, Neil?
It's high to super high. Anyway, let's get this going, John. What's happening?
All right. So
let's keep it moving.
Erin was enchanted, for those not following along at home. And he
got ensorcelled.
Yeah. So he talked to Randy, who had convinced him that he was poisoned and was going to die. So Randy came down, snatched him up, took him back up to the room. They talked to Jack, let him know what was going on. He went down back, talked to Delphine, said, hey, look, my buddy's sick. I'm not going to make it back down. She was disappointed, but Jack saw the cultist, or presumed cultist at the time, still at the bar. So they came back. He came back up to the room. They tried to convince the guy to come up so they could beat the shit out of him. The guy decided that was probably not a wise idea. So we followed him downstairs as he was going back to the staff quarters. And, Jack was like a fucking gazelle. He was like what's fucking Legolas across the snow, just covering feet, miles and miles like a cheetah. Beat the shit out of him. Randy fucked the guy all up. But Erin was ensorcelled, so tried to help the said cultist by removing Jack from his person. I think Randy either slapped Erin or punched him or something, tried to knock him out of his little haze. And then we took the guy over to the barn. We made a call. Erin misremembered what the get out of jail free call was for. That was a whole thing.
I forgot about that. That was a great conversation where you guys were really mad at me.
Yeah. So that was fun. You check out episode 24 for that whole thing. But to sum up, they
check out the episode before episode. I don't know. I think it was episode. It's probably episode 15.
No, it was 24.
I'm saying and make it very clear that I was right, and that it was not just like the get out of jail free was a very specific thing.
Yeah. It's fine. It's good. Erin misremembered. But the long and short of it is that Wyatt is going to come and grab the guy after we beat the ever-loving shit out of him and try to get some information out of him. So we pick up as Erin and Randy wake up from their spirit journey, and they're in the barn, hidden away. Take it, Neil.
What? I mean, you guys wake up. Also, I don't know if Jack is up or not, but I guess he's on watch. So you both wake up after having a very vivid dream that, of course, you don't know at this moment that you both had the same dream, but you both wake up like sweating, like a cold sweat at the same time, and you're like, huh! And Jack notices you both kind of like startle awake.
Oh,
that's about time, Marys.
Fuck. You didn't fall asleep, did you?
Nope, I was responsible.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man, I had the weirdest... I guess it was a dream? Randy, you were in it.
Randy smiles at him and he goes, "It wasn't a dream." And he's just kind of like... He does that thing where he winks, but he's also kind of serious, too. Like, yeah,
dude, fuck. That was crazy.
We beat... What was that thing?
It was a fucking Wendigo.
We beat a Wendigo. That's amazing.
Erin stands up and like starts to pull his coat off because he got fucked up. So he wants to see if he's got any like scars on him from the battle.
Yeah, you also basically like you feel well. Okay, let me double check because something really fucked up on my formatting of this Google Sheets. So thanks for shutting down Hangouts and shutting down the formatting of my fucking spreadsheet. Oh yeah, so Erin feels definitely more like stronger, like you are a better fighter.
This guy's still knocked out or what?
Yeah, he's asleep at the moment. And then Randy got the shooting bonus, so he seemed like his eyes seem a little more acute. Also, Erin has a silver cross on his body, and that gives him a point bonus to occult. So you have a silver cross on your hanging from around your neck that wasn't there when you fell asleep.
He did actually have a cross before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Now you have 2 crosses.
Now, okay, well...
this shit's getting really spooky. I don't want to do anything.
2 crosses. No, so, the cross now is...
More badass looking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah,
it's
now
heavy.
It's like, yeah, more ornate.
That's right.
And it, for some reason, when you're if you focus on it, you kind of get a feeling, like a vibe about otherworldly type things.
Is that a +1 to occult, or what's the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he wanted to know if he was like still fucked up, scratched up, like he was in his dream or not.
Yeah.
No, your bodies wouldn't be harmed.
Okay. So as he pulls this thing off, he looks and he goes, oh, he's feeling around on himself, and he's like, that's not my cross. What the? And he kind of flips it to sort of look at it, and he goes, what the? Dude, that's not my cross.
And then I point, I go, dude, it's the artifact from our dreams.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy. Jack, we fucking talked. I mean, it was. I mean, he said he was Lord Huron, like the fucking, the guy, or the spirit or whatever, like the spirit of my fucking ancestors or whatever.
Well, normally I'd say you're full of shit, but fuck, man, look where we are. so I believe you.
That's Randy, like fucking you and me, like forever, dude. Like, fuck.
Well, I think it's all of us, man. Like even though Jack wasn't in our dreams, man, he talked about Jack too. Like we're all connected. This is fucked up, man.
I mean, it's kind of cool though, right? I mean,
are you kidding me? Yeah, of course it is. So does that mean if I die in my dreams, you guys die too? Does that happen? Is that what that means?
I don't. Is that a thing? I know that's a movie thing,
I don't know.
right?
I was thinking, well, shit. I mean, that's my thing. But I mean, come on. It kind of seems like a movie. We woke up and
that's very solipsistic of you, Randy.
Yeah. Yep. That's very whatever you said. Yep. Definitely. But yeah, like.
Out of character, absolutely not, unless there's a specific dream creature. But yeah. I'm just saying, if you just die in a regular dream, no, you're totally fine. But if there was a specific dream creature or monster, maybe so. Who knows?
Sweet.
Find out in another episode.
Yeah, exactly. That's when Randy actually dies. That'd be sad.
The death of Randy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I feel like that would be the greatest comic book cover. Sorry. Like, if it's like Jack's like cradling, no, like the super, he's dead. You're like holding him, and it's like
he's got a ripped up Evil Dead shirt on. He's bleeding.
and there's like a bag of Cheetos spread out next to him. He didn't even get to finish his flaming Cheetos.
Right. It's like if like Robin was gonna turn into Nightwing and then I died. It'd be sad.
Yeah. Be really bummer. It'd be a real bummer.
All right, so we're awake now. Oh, that was fucking weird, man. But holy crap, dude. We need to figure out what's going on here, though, man. I think now that I don't know whatever that shit we went through, man. I think we need to like figure this whole thing out, man. Because there's a lot of bad shit going on, and we need to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, back to business, boys. So look. This motherfucker here is asleep. What do we do? Now, is he tied up? Did we gag him? I assume we did, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we tied him all up, yeah.
Okay. So I say it's time to get some info from this motherfucker.
Yeah, did he wake up at all or no?
No, I think he's still asleep.
Randy probably concussed him, man. You kicked him right in the fucking head.
Well, if this guy is related to that other fucking dude, or if it's the same guy, did we decide that was the same dude?
Oh no, it was. That's why you punched him. Yeah.
Yeah. So guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's cool.
That dude tried to kill me. So I mean, God.
Yeah, but we can't leave him mentally damaged because he's got to tell us information.
He was mentally damaged before that. We're just kind of helping it along.
All right, well, look, I don't want to touch him because you fucking put that spell and shit on me or whatever. So, like, I'm going to stand over there and, like, you, like, try to wake him up. But, like, Randy, maybe you stand by me and make sure that I'm not still, like, all fucking, like, under a spell or whatever.
Okay.
So, Jack takes out one of his spinning blades and he holds it like right in front of the guy's face, and then he wakes him up and goes, honey, it's time to go to school. Time to wake up.
Huh? What? Oh!
So Jack yanks him upright, so he's in a sitting position, and he fucking puts him in like a chokehold thing. He's not actually choking him, but he's got him like a chokehold with one arm, and he's got the fucking blade right in front of his face with the other arm. And it's like, you're gonna give us some information, motherfucker, and it's gonna happen right now. So
he's still gagged.
Yeah.
Look, if you yell, then he's gonna fucking cut your throat open.
That I will.
Do you have someone spend a point of intimidate.
It would have to be Jack.
I don't know. I think I'm pretty intimidating right now.
I mean, you could do it, or you can spend a point, or you can roll with a +2.
What does that mean with a +2?
Yeah, you got to get a 4.
So your target number is a 4. You roll a d6. You're getting a +2. And then if you have, I'm looking up your sheet right now. If you have points in Intimidate, and I'm pretty sure that you do.
You spend it. I'm just going to say you spend it if you wanted to just spend it and say, like, yeah, I intimidate the fuck out of them.
Okay, just give me 1 second here.
I mean, I'm playing fast and loose with the way these rules work at this point, but because it's improvised and not a set adventure.
Yeah, you have 3 points in Intimidate, so if you just spend 1, you succeed.
Okay. My only issue is I have to re-download a dice app here.
Well, but what I'm saying is you don't have to roll.
I don't? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not if you just say spend 1 of the 3, then you like really intimidate the guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. That's cool.
Okay.
He just kind of he settles down and just kind of nods his head a little.
Okay, so I got the thing right up to his throat, and I take the gag off, and I go, "All right, so tell us your real name and what you're actually doing here, motherfucker."
I just agreed not to scream.
Randy goes up and just punches him straight in the nose.
Give me a d6 roll.
All right. 5.
Wow. Randy's really hopped up, and you fucking bloody his nose, and he spits.
And but actually, before he spits, I walk up right to his ear and I go, "I'm sorry. What did you just say?"
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're too late. We'll succeed.
Too late for what?
Regardless of your intrusion.
Well,
You'll succeed at nothing. We're here to stop your bullshit.
What do you mean? Bullshit. We're nothing more than the agents of change. We're here to make the world different, to change things, to overthrow the status quo.
Look, if it's too late for us to do anything, then what is it that we missed? What are you doing?
I mean, if I told you, then it would ruin the surprise.
Oh, well then you're saying that we can change stuff. You're just too afraid. You know we can change stuff. That's why you won't fucking tell us.
Oh, but wouldn't it be fun to see the look on your face? I mean,
Jack. Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
So, Jack's getting the feeling that this guy, maybe just too far gone to even care if he dies or not. So he puts the blade away, and he kind of takes the guy out of the chokehold and puts him up against the wall, and just says, "Look, you probably don't give a shit if we kill you, do you?"
I mean, I'd prefer you not, but if sacrificing myself in service to the cause is what's required, then I guess so be it.
So, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's so special about this hotel? Why here?
You haven't been?
Oh, you mean to the below the pool house? Yeah, we've seen it.
Of course, you know that you couldn't feel the power, the thinness of the veil, it's so thin that it takes nothing but a pinprick to tear it apart.
Then why
They
haven't
use
you done
all
it
the
already?
time. It requires, well, obviously a pinprick is but a metaphorical statement, but it takes some doing. The others use it routinely, but that is their way. We, as mortals, have to use a bit more energy, a bit more intellect to open the veil, to cast it aside.
And you're what? Just their dog? You're just their trash man, knocking trees over and running errands?
Of course not. Their dog, they don't control what we do. Those who use that portal have no desire to upend the way things are. They have no desire to make a change. They're simply here to participate in the revelry, which anyone else would see as pathetic. But I believe there's more we can do here. We can let others through, and those that will make humanity pay for its sins.
So, what's with this chick and her brother, the royal couple?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Who do you mean?
Delphine.
What are their names again? I forget their names.
It was lady. It was Countess Delphine something or another, and her brother was the Duke. I don't know that we ever got his name.
Yeah, the Countess and the Duke.
Let me see if I. God damn it!
I mean, that was like 12
Let me
episodes
scroll.
ago.
For the end of time to my notes prior to this, it is Delphine Lutzinger and Duke Elias Lutzinger.
Yeah. So what's with these? What's with these two loot singers? How do they fit into all this?
They barely do at all, other than, of course, continuing to weaken the veil. Again, like I said, the others that use this place routinely are simply here for revelry. They're no concern of mine. They have powers, I suppose, but not the kind that we are interested in.
Oh, hello.
No, we're still here. I'm trying to think of something to say.
Seems you've been dumbfounded. Of course. It's because you're dumb.
No, we're not the ones tied up getting ready to have their throat slashed, are we?
That doesn't make me stupid. It makes me, I guess, unfortunate in this case.
What makes you stupid is that you give up your free will for a bunch of people who are just using you. You think they wouldn't just sacrifice your dumb ass?
Probably, but willingly.
Well, then that makes you pretty damn stupid, doesn't it?
But through my sacrifice, if I could bring about the change in the world that I think is required, then who am I to argue?
You're just a
Then
brainwashed.
I'm serving a greater good.
No, you're just a brainwashed Nimrod who believes anything anybody tells you who you think looks cool. So how'd you get sucked into this? What kind of change do you think is so great that's worth giving up your free will for, you moron?
Well, there's no need to insult me. I'm simply a messenger of the others, the outer ones who were here well before any of us or any of your gods or goddesses or whatever you might believe. And they somehow lost their way. They were unable to commune with our world, our reality as it is, and so we seek to create a passage for them to come into this world again.
And you just believe that because why? You see any evidence for that? That that's true?
Well, all the evidence that I have seen, some of the more esoteric of things that exist in this world, I would say yes. I believe it's true that it is their world with which to do what they want, and we are but minions.
Well, what do you get out of it? What's the point? I mean, if they were here and gone and they couldn't come back, then maybe their time was over. What do you expect to get out of this?
Power, of course. They will be grateful for those who brought them back. Bounties unseen, unthought of by the world of man.
Boy, you're pretty naive, aren't you? You think you think that these gods or whatever the hell you think they are, you think they're gonna give a shit about someone like you?
No, not per se, but they do have gratitude from the scriptures, from the readings, from that which was written before, and I believe that they do show gratitude to those who would bring them back. They don't care about what humanity in its small, tiny little marble in the universe does, but those who bring them back could be rewarded and would be emperors infinite in this world.
Wait, you're talking about like outer gods and shit. I mean, it sounds like something out of H.P. Lovecraft. I mean, like, this is the kind of shit that you guys believe in. You know, this was just like some crazy guy writing shit in the 1920s, right?
That's what you believe, and that's what we would have you believe. There is no danger. Of course, we're insane. None of this really exists. There are no outer gods. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry about. You should just... Of course, I'm some crazy man doing crazy things.
We've seen...
Surely you've seen nothing of the outer dark. You've seen nothing of their influence, and so I'm a crazy man, and you should send me to the authorities right away for proper treatment.
No, look, we've seen some things. That thing with the plates on its eyes was a sisterite. Is that what you guys call that thing? Mm-hmm. We've seen it. We killed that thing.
I believe that's what they're called. Of course, wasn't directly involved in your meeting of such a creature, but you must admit it's quite terrifying and not of this world, not at least of anything you would imagine exists. So why do you think these outer gods would be complete fiction? Something that we've simply made up. If that could exist on this world, what exists beyond? What if they were indebted to you? What if you were the ones that could bring them what they desire? Then surely you would be rewarded with the powers far beyond that of a mere creature of their manipulation.
Well, unfortunately, you ran up against the guys who've been fighting evil for centuries, buddy.
Is that so?
Indeed, it is. I wouldn't have believed it. I mean, but there you have it.
Well,
fair enough. Fight as you must.
You know, guys, I don't really know here. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this motherfucker.
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, these cult types, you know, they are all in with both feet. Neil,
Yeah. So I guess what do we do? I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I don't feel like killing him. But he's not going to help us.
well, I mean, pickup's on the way, right? So, I mean, they may have some techniques that we don't have that'll be more useful.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's going to headquarters. I bet there's plenty of nice stuff they can do to get the real info out of him.
Yeah. Neil, can I make an occult check to like try to come up with a different tact to like, kind of like get in the mind of like a cultist sort of thing, to be like, oh well, maybe you didn't think of this or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? Like to try to like get a different directive. I mean, I can't think of anything other than beating the shit out of him, honestly. Because, the cult guy, right? So, like, he's all in. So, like, no matter what we say, it's like, no, like, yeah, I'm going to get...
Beating him definitely doesn't seem like... I mean, from your perspective, it doesn't seem like beating him is going to do much, because it seems like suffering in service to his gods is kind of their thing.
Right.
So, like... that's not maybe a useful tack. On the occult side, I mean, if you focused hard enough, I guess you could make a check and try to
I'm looking
it would
for
require you to basically not be... I think it would have to be you sympathizing or like covertly agreeing with him as a trap, but
would that be more of a reassurance then?
But like, I guess the difference is like it has to also be like
of an occult nature.
Like they won't be there. Like everyone else can't. Like if you're saying it in front of Jack and them, they're gonna be like, he's not gonna believe it, right? If you're like, I get it. Like, I have to know how to finish this ritual. They wanted me to blah blah blah. But like you could maybe pull an occult roll to kind of read into what they're doing and then like agree with him to try to get more information.
See, I don't think that'll work for me though, because I just told him that, we've been fighting evil for centuries. So like it's not going to work coming from me.
Yeah. I mean, your occult roll would be more trying to figure out what they're doing, I guess, than anything, more than getting information directly from him.
Okay, yeah, I try to like put the pieces and parts together. So like, there's these outer gods. They're trying to open up a pinhole. The veils are thin. Like he's trying to put all these pieces together.
Sure.
I got a 5.
Okay. It seems to you that based on the information so far, it seems as if there are what you would consider, or what the cult would consider, lower entities that are using this portal in the lake house to enter the world, and based on the cult's opinion that it's frivolous almost, whereas the cult is using the weakness of their sort of breach in reality to summon something bigger and worse that could be potentially, world-ending / apocalyptic / at least really bad, through their, rituals and like the glyphs that they have written and carved to weaken the portal further. That's what you put together.
Okay. All right. So he just kind of like pulls Jack over to the side, Jack and Randy, and he's like, look, I mean, maybe, like, I don't think the sister rate necessarily came through here, but, like, there's apparently things that are, right, like, so, like, he's saying these things want to come in and just, like, party and, like, fucking do whatever, like, they're just here, like, consuming or whatever, I guess, right? But, like, they're trying to bring in something that's just gonna, like, fuck, like, they want to summon Cthulhu and, like, bring him in and fuck everything up, so, like, I don't do like just destroy that spot. Like, I don't think the physical form, right? So, like, if it's a thin spot between the worlds, like, the fuck are we supposed to do about that?
Well, it sounds to me like maybe this Count and Countess maybe don't know as much about this as we might think. I bet you those are just vampires. If we're talking about these lesser whatevers. I'm not saying they don't maybe, kill people or whatever, but they probably are not involved with this. They're probably one of these people that they're using.
So if we like go to that spot and just burn down that boathouse, would that do anything?
I mean, I don't think, not the boathouse, right? So, like, everything's underneath, but, like, you have to, like...
I meant like that area underneath.
Yeah. Well, so maybe you have to, like, chisel off all the wardings and shit or whatever? Like maybe that's what causes it to be thin? Like, I don't know, I'm not a cult guy, man. Like, that's not my department.
Yeah, well, like, okay, so I'm not either, okay, but I've seen movies. And usually it's some kind of, I don't know, like a circle or some kind of, points of entry. If we kind of fuck that up, then they can't come to this world. So, going down there and, finding the source of it and trying to create an imbalance hopefully would, keep them from coming.
Well,
or at least more.
Let's go ask our friend. So Jack goes over there and says, "Hey buddy, how would you like to help us by actually being the agent that destroys the portal that your gods come in through, so that they'll really be grateful to you?"
Well, that wouldn't make any sense. Destroying the portal wouldn't make them grateful. How would they get through?
Well, we're going to find out because you're going to destroy it.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah? Watch. So Jack fucking punches him in the face and knocks him out.
Okay. You can knock him out. He's tied up.
How does that help? I mean, I guess we could talk then, right? I mean, like, fuck, he's knocked out, right? So look, I mean, if we go down and like chisel off the ruins and stuff, right? So like we didn't, like, Wyatt didn't get back to us yet on what all that stuff meant, right? Like we sent him all those pictures and shit. So like maybe there's enough energy because people have been using this place. Like, I don't know how this stuff works, right? Like, Jack, you have like a better handle on this occult shit, don't you?
Well, my gut is telling me that we fucking burn it with fire. I don't even know if it would work, but it sounds to me like possibly that's something we could do.
I mean, it was all stone.
Just as a note, yeah, it's a stone, roughly hewn stone room with either carved runes or what is likely blood painted scriptures. So burning it is unlikely to do much.
Okay.
You would likely need something more potent if you chose to try to destroy that.
Oh, hey, Randy.
Particular source.
Randy, what about that chick, that Lady Brandwin? Like, she's like a witch or whatever, right? So like, maybe there's like a cleansing spell or something we could cast. Do you think something like that would work?
Okay, so it would be nice to ask, but I already owe her 2 favors.
Well, I mean, it's not just you, right? I mean, like, we're just a fucking...
What are you guys gonna do? I'm just kidding. But, I
What
suppose.
What if we can we blow this up somehow?
I was gonna say, get some dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, that's making a pretty big splash.
Yeah, that is true. That's gonna get a lot of attention. Yeah, maybe I should. I can try to get a hold of Lady Branwen again. Yeah, I guess pretty soon we'll be owing her our souls. Oh, fun.
Well, but look, I mean, we could go to the library and do research onto like cleansing spells, but like, what are you gonna get? Like the Kitchen Witch's cookbook or some shit? Like if she's legit, then like she knew about the Clutie and stuff, right? So like, if she's legit, then she would know, like for sure, something that's gonna work, right? Like, I mean, otherwise we're just kind of like shooting in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen though, this sounds like some powerful shit. If we're dealing with like, Yogg Sothoth level kind of stuff, do you really think that I wouldn't even trust what she tells us would even work?
Well, but it's about the space, right? Like, it's not about the entities per se, right? So like, if there's places in the world where the veil is thin, right? Like that's what they say about Halloween, right? So like spirits can come through at Halloween, that's why it's all spooky and whatever. So if there's some way we can like thicken up that veil, right? So that would either be to cleanse it or like remove whatever stuff's been there. But Edward said that people have been using this place for like hundreds of years. Like other cults have used this place. The witches use this place. Like there's a lot of psychic energy that's been built up here, right? Like, I mean, we can't discount that stuff. I mean, after everything that we've seen, like all that stuff has got to be real then, right? Like fucking aliens and shits with the... I mean, you get it.
Do you think we should take a gamble and see if we recruit Countess what's her name and Count what's his name?
I mean, maybe.
Sounds to me like they're not involved with this, but they're definitely demons or some, lesser demons or something. And, maybe if they don't realize that they're being used for something that's ultimately going to come and destroy them too, maybe they would end up joining our faction.
I mean, they haven't... I mean, if she knew what was going on, right, she would have killed you already. Like
That's kind of what
she had you in a compromising position.
She may have wanted to use me for a while first, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't want. I'd rather not talk about that part. But I mean, she could have killed you on any one of those occasions, and she didn't, right? So, like, if nothing else, then maybe she could, at least give us information, even if they won't help.
I think we better just. I think we better talk to her as a group, so that if something does go awry, there's 3 of us and 1 of her.
All right. I mean, it might not matter, but yeah. I mean, strength in numbers, I guess.
I think, like I said, this motherfucker's not going to help. So what I wanted to do, the reason I knocked him out, was I guess I thought if there was some way that we could physically deface the place or destroy it, if we somehow could have forced him to be the actual agent that did it, he would have been so afraid that the gods would have destroyed him that he would have done what we told him to do. But I guess if we're not going to physically destroy it, then that plan isn't really going to work. So
yeah, I mean, he's a cultist, man. He's pretty fucking crazy, probably, right? Like, I don't think we could get him to do anything. I did kind of want to ask him if, how involved people were at the hotel were, but I mean, whatever, I guess. Maybe Wyatt and the rest of the group can get that out of him.
I think that, and I don't think he's going to offer any more information, and I wouldn't even trust it anyway right now if he did.
Yeah, he's worthless to us.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got some info. That's good. I mean, that's something, right?
Yep, better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. I think we should ask Countess Windermere or whatever. I don't know. I can't remember her name.
Come on, man. It's Delphine. Even I know it, and I'm not banging her.
Delphine. Yeah, I think let's just see what she knows about this. And right. if we come and tell her, listen, we know you're not human. We know stuff, and we don't care. We got nothing against you. We know that we got bigger fish to fry, kind of a thing. And we think that you're next. We think you're gonna get fried too. But you don't know that you're helping.
I guess. I mean, you got to be careful, I guess, when you're talking to her.
Well, hey, I got the blades. You got the cross. I say we do it.
All right. Well, we got to get rid of this guy first. Erin looks at his fucking watch to see how long it's been.
Yeah, it's been, several hours. It's not too long before Wyatt shows up with the car. And a question of, so how do you get him into the trunk without anyone noticing?
Is there any vehicle traffic? Like, I'm sure there's like some kind of like roundabout driveway sort of thing that goes past here. Maybe
the front of it, but like, okay, I guess there would be a parking lot next to the employee place. Sure.
So we just, so I guess if he like texts and says that he's there, I'm like, all right, follow the, go past the hotel, make a right towards the staff quarters. We're in the building, to the left, assuming staff quarters to the right.
Yeah, sure.
And pull up, text us when you're either out front, I guess, because we want to be hidden from the staff quarters, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something, right? 2 o'clock in the morning. So like, shouldn't be anybody walking around.
It's morning. It's like morning.
Oh shit.
Like it's morning.
Fuck.
So yeah, like it's not like middle of the night. Yeah, it's like 7.
Oh, I missed my breakfast date then?
I don't know when that was, but
I think she got off at like 6
or 7.
Yeah.
It's 6 or 7. I'd say, let's say 6.
Okay.
For the sake of, you could be not super late, but you're going to be late.
If you wanna run back there, man, take care of this.
I like how Jack's like, we got this. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, he's knocked out, I guess. All right. Fuck. He's all disheveled and shit. He's like, yeah, I'll call you when I'm done. I guess we'll meet in the room. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you might get some information out of this. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. Just be discreet. Just be discreet.
Will do. You better get going.
All right. Erin, I guess he like goes up to the side door, assuming it's like almost like a barn structure, like a large garage kind of thing, converted. Yeah. So he like goes to the side door, kind of like looks around, sees, look to see if anybody's coming, and then if he needs to wait, he'll wait. If nobody's around, he like slips out, closes the door, and then like runs back to the hotel.
Okay, yeah, it looks pretty clear. You make a run. You make a run for it. Get into the hotel. Things are bustling. Normal morning traffic. People waiting for getting ready and going to breakfast. The dining room looks pretty packed.
He goes to the concierge first to see if she's like waiting there.
You don't see her.
Fuck. He checks his watch again.
It's like 6:20.
He heads over to where I'm assuming there's like a hostess in the dining room.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was her name? I don't remember.
Ramona. The desk clerk is Ramona.
Okay, so he like runs over.
Have a last name.
Yeah, kind of like straightens his shirt and like whatever. And excuse me, did you is Ramona here? We were supposed to meet. I got a little held up.
Yes, she is. She's been waiting for a little while, but she's right over there. Points, shows, waves her hand over to a table. You see the young lady sitting. She's sort of on her phone, doing whatever you do on a cell phone.
Thank you. He doffs his hat and makes his way over to the table.
She looks up as you approach. Oh, hi. I thought I might have been stood up.
No, I'm sorry. It's a crazy night. I apologize. I'm never this late.
Please, she waves her hand for you to sit down. Seems like you may have had a little rough of a night, huh?
Yeah, the guys, they we were hanging out with the Count, and the time got away from me, and I'm really sorry.
Boys will be boys, won't they?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
You get, do you have, empathy, or?
I have bullshit detector, cop talk, flirting, negotiation, reassurance, streetwise.
Yeah, sure. We'll do reassurance in that she definitely looks, it seems like she's what's the word for it? Seems a bit closed off, that maybe you are out partying, right? This is sort of like a date type breakfast, flirty type breakfast, and then it's was he out with a bunch of ladies, because the Count's definitely notoriously a philanderer.
So he's like, the guys wanted to go, and I didn't want to be a stick in the mud. It's pretty low key. The Duke's parties are pretty crazy, I guess, and but
that's what I've heard.
Yeah, no, I just I sat. I want to talk to
I hear there's a lot of ladies that partying and taking a lot of clothes off with him.
He's
lots of alcohol and lots of bad decisions.
Yes, he's got a monopoly on that. But I'll tell you what, there wasn't a woman there that looked prettier than you.
She blushes a bit and is like, "Oh, you're too much."
Well, some say just enough. I want to spend my point in flirting to smooth things over.
Okay.
And just kind of banter back and forth, and
Yeah, she takes it well, and seems a little less standoffish.
Okay. So how did you wind up working here? Is this a pretty good gig? Are you from this area?
From several miles away, but I like it. It was a internship, and I've learned a lot, and think perhaps maybe something in hospitality is a good fit for me.
You certainly have the personality for it. I have quite a bit of responsibility here.
Yeah, it's the clientele is demanding. So,
I can imagine.
Don't get me started. It can be a handful. So, but I do very well, and I like interacting with all of the interesting people that come through.
What's the craziest thing that you've seen here?
There are parties all the time that are, broken things everywhere. Alcohol, naked women running through the hallways. It's going to be quite crazy around here.
Interesting.
Of course, naked men running through the hallways, it happens too.
I imagine they're probably chasing naked women, right?
Usually.
This is a really old place. Any ghost stories or anything like that? Anything crazy like that?
I mean, of course, there are many ghost stories about the Le Grand Hotel. Many, but I don't really believe in that sort of thing. They're more folklore. A lot of the most common legend is that what do you say? Fallen angels, devils would used to occupy this land, and they would often. This is where they would kidnap or take humans for sacrifice and enjoyment. But then, when the hotel was built, that they found their way into the hotel, and eventually, instead of causing too much troubles, that they would seduce and party with the guests of the hotel. Of course, that's all just an old wives' tale. There are no demons or devils walking the halls of the hotel.
I'm sure there's not. Leave it to those crazy Catholics, right?
That's at least as far as I have seen. It just seems ridiculous for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think what kind of shoes would they wear? How do you get a hoof into one of those pair of heels, huh?
I don't know. I know, right? Or even an Oxford, right? I mean, if it was a guy, it's like, how would you put your foot? It would look ridiculous. They would walk all hobbly.
Yeah, that's for sure. Erin waves his hand if nobody's come over. He's like, coffee, black. Just bring a pot.
Sure. Then the waitress smiles and nods. Comes over, brings coffee, scones, like assorted breakfast breads as the sort of pre-breakfast.
Sure. He pours for her, and then.
Dunka. So, why did you, what brought you to the hotel?
Business mostly. Work in security. They had conference, so it's out here for work.
What do you mean? So for security?
I work for a security company. I can't share a lot of information, and a lot of it's hush hush, but. They'd be looking in on a couple of things at a few meetings out here. The company pays, so it's a good gig.
Are we not secure? Is there a security issue with our hotel?
Oh, for the hotel? No. This is a separate thing. This is just put me up in the swankiest place.
You are very lucky. This is a great hotel.
It has been quite an adventure so far.
I can imagine. There's a lot of history here. We have many guests, pretty eccentric folks.
What's the turnover like here? Do you guys keep staff on for a long time, or do you see a lot of turnover?
It's pretty secluded, so yeah. I would say people turn over pretty quickly. We have younger folks in and out, but the managers have been here for quite a while. They run a pretty tight ship.
How's your boss? Is he a good guy? Seemed like he was pretty upstanding dude when I talked to him.
Seems so, yeah. He's demanding, but very fair. So I enjoy working for him. He takes pride in his hotel's performance.
Family's owned this place for a long time, huh?
Indeed, yes. Centuries, as far as I know.
Huh. Maybe they're in with the devils, right?
There are rumors, but I don't think that's just child's talk.
Oh, they got some skeletons in the closet, do they?
Not that I know of, no. Oh. I was just saying, I think those people like to circulate rumors, keep things talking,
Yeah, we have whole industries about that back in the States.
Right? Whole magazines and things, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it seems like that's the only thing we export.
Hopefully, some more things other than that. Coca-Cola, I guess, as well.
Now, that's not a bad one to have.
So, how long are you going to be in at the hotel?
As a matter of fact, my stay is somewhat open-ended. I'm here for work, obviously, but I may do a little bit of sightseeing. I may spend a few weeks.
Really, a few weeks. That will rack up quite a bill here.
It's a good thing I'm not paying for it.
Oh, your company will pay for you even when you aren't working?
Well, they say to get the job done, and, sometimes it may take longer than one would expect to finish what you're doing.
I see what you're saying.
I mean...
Well, it would certainly be pleasant if you were here for a little while.
He sits up a little straighter. So I appreciate that. Maybe we can get together in the evening, perhaps.
Perhaps. I'm usually off 2 days a week, so I have some time to socialize if the circumstance arises.
I very much look forward to that.
Well, I think we could have a good time. I know the area pretty well. There's quite a bit of history that we could explore as well, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
I would definitely be interested in a little bit of exploration. He winks.
She kind of like blushes. I guess we should probably get the table. We should probably give them their table back, unless you have anything else you want to know. Maybe we could find another time to get together.
They could probably wait a little longer for their table. And he just kind of sits back in the chair. He would just continue the conversation, somewhat flirting, just asking her general questions. You're like, hey, you seen anybody with a weird tattoo? That's crazy, right? He's just kind of
okay.
Gently probing. So he would go on for another half an hour or so if she would stay. Not concerned about the busyness of the room because he's rich or whatever and wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah. So you definitely don't, she doesn't, notice anyone per se, with a particular tattoo or anything. She does have, some information on, the Duke and those types of folks that are, more the partiers, that they're, seem to have a pretty good relationship with, the hotel. They're here quite a bit, that sort of thing. But overall, they don't seem to cause any trouble. They're just more, there to party and have a good time, as far as she's seen. And then, she hasn't noticed, she has noticed that some of the, newer employees are quieter. They tend to kind of keep to themselves.
Okay. He wouldn't want to pry too much because he doesn't want to, set off her, weird, crazy, senses or whatever. So he would take what he gets, so in Erin's mind then, she's saying that this was a place for, devils and whatever, and they would do stuff. So, now he's 100% sure in his mind that the Duke and the Countess are devils because they're doing exactly what she said that the myth goes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's his takeaway from the meeting.
Okay.
The way he would have approached the tattoo was like, oh, I'm thinking about getting this tattoo. Maybe it's kind of against work policy, but kind of describe what the guy's got.
Okay.
To see if she'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
like
yeah,
it doesn't like she's not like, oh yeah, she's not like, oh, I've seen that. She completely just kind of like, she's like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like that's cool. I like tattoos, but yeah, like you don't really get like a sense of that being like she doesn't recognize it.
Yeah. Okay.
As a thing.
Yep. Cool. And then they would set up a date.
I apologize to listeners because I completely lost the accent there. I had no idea what accent I was doing.
It was kind of a Germanish thing.
It was German-esque, but it was not as good as my Switzerland one as I was doing previously, but that's been months. So, guys, give me some slack.
Right,
Put that in your outtakes and smoke it.
There you go. and he would set up a date with her for some point in the future.
Sure.
Sweet. Okay. I'm done.
Okay. I've really got to pee, so I'm going to pee real quick, and then we're going to cut back to Randy and Jack.
Okay. I imagine Randy's just kicking the guy in the fucking stomach while he's unconscious. And fuck you for that, and fuck you for that.
Yeah, what's funny?
Out, so.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, he could give him a couple of, kicks here and there as they're dragging him, but he's at the point now where he's like, this guy is worthless, so he doesn't even care as much anymore.
That and Randy wants him to know that it's him that's punching him.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, Randy's ornery because he hasn't had breakfast yet, and you got to go get breakfast.
Nice. He'll bring you back a scone.
Yeah, exactly. Anything at this point.
Wrapped up in a little napkin.
Yep.
Nice.
So we gotta see if there's a carpet or something in the room. Maybe we can wrap the guy up in a carpet.
Yeah, there you go. Well, no, we're in a barn, aren't we?
There might be a blanket, or there's not horses in the barn anymore. I think he said it's more almost like a storage shed kind of thing. But there might be a tarp or a blanket or a.
Yeah. Well, another thing we could do too, if we wanted to, is we could pretend we're bringing him into a car, you were loading him in somewhere where he's drunk and stuff like that. Be like, oh, you shouldn't have drank so much there, buddy. And then I could ride, or Jack could ride with Wyatt for a little bit down the road, and then pack him up, and then walk the way back or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
If anybody comes snooping around, or if some passerby is just kind of checking stuff out or whatever.
You could even lean into the car like you're going to put him in there, put the back seat down, put him in, and then push him in the trunk from the back.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
Right? Because
if anybody wanted to know how to load a unconscious body into a trunk, the not obvious way, here you go. We're learning a lot. We're learning about big words and about how to dump bodies.
Well, if you want a master class on that, you just watch Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, there you go. So just pop some sunglasses on him and shake his head yes and no if anybody asks any questions.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the best bet is probably the whole feigned drunkenness thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You just have to make sure nobody sees you as you're exiting the barn.
Yeah.
Because I assume that people shouldn't be over there.
Yeah. Well, if that guy's drunk, we could just be like, "Oh, Bob, you went off on us again. We had to go find you."
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Because drunk people will do anything.
It's kind of taken me this session to kind of ramp back up into things, guys. So I apologize.
Yeah, no worries.
I gotta get my head back in the game here.
You got to get the bandana hammer back into
Yeah.
back into your brain.
Gotta crawl back into Jack Crandall's skull.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because technically, even though we did those 2 side quests, like we haven't played a straight this thing for a few months either. So I'm still trying to get into it too.
I'm hoping that I have Erin's like excitability down. Which
basically, I'm playing a version of me anyway that's just hungry all the time and loves dorky shit. So it's pretty easy for me.
Well, I never envisioned Erin to be that way to start with, but then he got like real fucking like paranoid and excitable. So I'm just going with it.
Yep.
Kind of squirrely.
Yeah, a little bit. I think right. You know, because of his mom's thing and the whole Catholic and whatever and the cross, I feel like I'm just gonna throw it out there tonight that Erin's got like on the outside of his arm, he's got like the praying hands with the rosary tattooed on his arm.
Oh, nice.
I think, and he probably did it when he was like 18, you know?
Yeah.
And his mom was mad, but then she was kind of like, well, I mean, it's like a religious thing, I guess, kind of, but you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm back with no better an accent. I was trying to listen to a Swiss accent real quick. Did not work.
You just do like the Swedish chef. The Swedish chef. You just burgy. That's
you can blame my fucking Thursday game because I'm playing a Scandinavian character and it gets very Norwegian sounding.
Accents are
very hard to break.
Professional.
Yeah, it's really hard to break from it. I felt like I was doing a better job before, and now I'm slipped back into Norwegian because I was doing that for several weeks. So.
Well, I had just listened to something and I forget what it was, but they were talking about the Constantine movie that Keanu Reeves was in, and they said that he tried to do an English accent like the first 10 minutes and then just lost it and went full Keanu for the rest of it, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Is that that's in the movie?
I think so. I think they referenced that.
Which movie?
The Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves, based off the DC comic book character.
You know where you can notice that is actually in the very first Lord of the Rings movie. I feel like a lot of the hobbits and stuff in the beginning, they almost have like a heavier accent, and then as the movie goes on, you're not wanting to keep doing that the whole time because it kind of goes away.
Yeah.
Or the one that blows my mind, like if you watch this, like I had to shred my cousin for this because we were hanging out, and I was like, for some reason there was a lot of Austin Powers, the second movie quotes that I was throwing out for some reason. Like he was teeing me up, and I kept knocking him down left and right. You know, with like the Jefferson Airplane or the whatever. I don't know. Like now I don't remember them because my brain isn't working. But I was like constantly quoting that, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Like every line of that movie. And he was like, "Oh, Goldfinger, I thought was so much better." And I was like, "Wait a minute. Watch Austin Powers Goldfinger. I shit you not. Like, I can't tell you how many times Mike Myers changes accents. At one point, Dr. Evil just doesn't have an accent anymore. He just gives up entirely on multiple accents because he plays multiple characters, and at some point they just go away. It's so bad, and I was like, it's so bad. Like he just didn't care. Like he literally was like, "You're just paying me to show up. I don't care anymore."
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so bad. When I saw it in a theater, I was dying. Because it was so ridiculously off.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to go on... I don't want to go on too much of a tangent, but another thing that makes me laugh, too, is... what's the movie with Sean Connery, the Clear and Present. No, not Clear and Present Danger. What was the movie
The
that?
Rock?
No, it was that series of movies with Jack Ryan in it, and it's the big one, Hunt for Red October.
Oh,
where they do like Sean Connery does. What is he? I can't remember if he's German or whatever.
he's supposed to be Russian, I think.
Russian, yeah. So they do
totally
a Russian,
a Scottish accent, right?
Yeah. Well, they do a Russian accent. They actually talk in Russian for like the first 10 minutes, but then they like put it to English because they're like, there's no way they're gonna be able to keep this up. It's
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's silly. Okay, back to the game.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
So yeah, we are going.
So we cut to the barn. You hear a car pull up. Door shuts.
Okay, we're gonna try to load him in, and if nobody's around, we'll try to do the trunk really quick. But if it seems like there's like maybe a hustle and bustle, that maybe we pretend that like we're loading a drunk person in there, like we're putting him in like a lift or something like that, or a cab, and we're gonna be like, oh Bob, you've done it, you've outdone yourself again, and then we'll have Wyatt like lower the seats down, and then we'll throw him into the trunk that way.
Ooh. Okay, I will say you can either use, if anyone has hiding. Okay, if you have preparedness, you could spend preparedness, and you can wait till there's a time when no one's around if you want to just dump them in the trunk. Or you could spend hiding if you want to do the, like, drunk thing.
Yeah, I have preparedness, so I'll just spend one for that.
Yeah, you take a look out. Wyatt's like, oh, what you got for me? You got a little package?
Yeah, I got a package for you, sir. It's called
this one looks like a big one.
Of shit, yes.
I hope he doesn't stink up my cab.
Yeah, well, you know what? If he does, I'll, put an extra, whatever money they use here, put an extra $10 on it for me, or for you.
Oh, you got it. I roger that. I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna tell him you said it. Tell him I get a bonus for this one.
That's right.
Yeah, this bastard's going in the trunk, so you probably won't smell him too much.
No.
So, anything I need to know? Is it just take him in? Standard procedure?
Yeah, take him in. We can be in touch with someone over there, give him some details. We didn't get much out of him, but we got a little bit that we can tell you. But we think you guys may have to use some.
He actually knows. Yeah. You might want to be careful with this one too, because he tried to get got Erin to drink something and kind of put a spell on him, so you might want to be a little careful with him.
Oh no, he's one of them.
Yeah, he's one of them.
He's a spellcaster, sorcerer type.
Yep.
Oof. Do you know? Is he Doc 1? Do you know?
Is he what?
Doc 1. Doc 1. It's the organization that they're the ones who trying to bring back, evil, bad, big baddies, stuff like that.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, then definitely yes. It's all coming back to me now.
Oof. I hate those fuckers.
Me too. You can be particularly rough with this one if you like.
Yeah, don't worry, I will. I'll make sure he's got proper containment. Thanks for the heads up. Knowing he's one of them definitely is gonna make things easier. So yeah, I'll run it up the chain as I'm taking him to a safe house, and then we'll get him into interrogation. Yeah. Anything else? Happy to help. Looks like you guys did a good job. This guy, he takes a look at the tattoo. Yeah, he's looks like he's a pretty high one up there. So yeah, good catch.
So
awesome.
Are we gonna need any? Is this what we needed, or were we gonna need more information? Do you know?
I'm not sure what your mission was per se, but I mean, was it to extract him or something else?
What was it? I don't remember. It's been so long now.
It wasn't to extract a guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, it was to stop. There was some cult activity, and you were supposed to stop whatever the cult was doing.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, if we snagged a fairly high-level guy, I would like to think that throws a monkey wrench into the plans.
Yeah, definitely.
Does it?
Well,
I mean,
Neil.
it's like a terrorist cell. Like, if you take down the guy in charge of the terrorist cell, the guys below him still know what the plan is.
Yeah, all right.
Right? They're still gonna fucking execute the plan. And the plan has basically been do these rituals and put these fucking runes up in this cave. So that you have not done anything to stop the thinning of the veil. And that's what he directly told you they were doing. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we talked about earlier, though.
So there's that.
Yeah. Okay. We have a plan.
So get your shit together.
Neil has like 14 other missions planned. He just wants us to finish this fucking thing.
I just want you to finish any mission! Just finish a mission! I have so many missions! You know how many horror I listen to? At least 7. Okay, to be fair, I have not been making notes of these, but I listen to like 7 horror stories a day. So like, I could get so many missions for you guys, and it takes you 7 months for one mission. So
that's because it's more. That's like more real life, you know.
Yeah. Well, Neil, why don't you just let us fucking have a win, and then we can go to the next one?
Because you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right. Okay, let's get a hold of what's-his-face. Let's order some dynamite, and let's blow that fucking boathouse to the ground and that little cubby, and then we're done. We destroyed the veil. Mission accomplished. Let's go home. Bring our boys home.
Helicopter. National anthem.
That's right. Fireworks.
I think that it's going to come down to...
It's entirely possible. That seems theoretically possible to you guys.
No, the chick and her brother are going to be able to help us to face the thing the right way.
You know, I hope so, because if they're not and they're a part of this, then we're in some big shit.
Nah, then we have a good action sequence.
Oh boy.
That's true. Everybody.
All right, we should probably go. Yeah, exactly. Especially people listening to this podcast that are like, God, quit fucking talking and do something. Let's go find Erin.
We did a lot of stuff on that previous 2 episodes.
That is true.
He said he was going to meet us up in the room.
Oh, he did? Okay. Well, let's go up to the room then. Or should we just crash on his little dinner and just like really just pick on him and give him a nuggie or something?
Nah, they're probably done by now.
Oh, okay. All right, let's go to the room then. I'm starving. Do you want to get something to eat?
Well, let's get him first, and we'll get something to eat.
All right, sounds good.
Oh wait, no, wait a minute. Didn't he just eat with the
Oh yeah, he ate before we did. Fuck that.
All right, let's go get something to eat.
All right, let's do it. So we'll get something to eat before we head up to the room.
I love the discussion of how you guys don't do anything and get things done, and you just had a conversation about whether we should get things to eat or not.
I cannot get things done without eating, Neil. Can you?
I appreciate the realism,
no, you cannot.
But I love that the argument was like, look, we got to get things done, and then you have a conversation. Wait, he probably ate, so we should eat.
That's right. Because we should get our 3 meals down a day.
Granted, I'm not gonna have you roleplay that meal, but like I should, because it's a punishment to our audience, and they need to learn their lesson.
Oh well, I think listening this is a punishment to our podcast listeners. But
anywho.
Eating is essential to Randy's whole persona. This is definitely something that has to be talked about.
I mean, I'll say, like, it's realistic. I mean, we haven't made it to the point of like we're gonna have like bathroom breaks for characters as a thing, but otherwise we're pretty realistic.
Oh man, I'm
You
putting
guys
that
definitely
on the list.
You eat all of the meals per day, so it's pretty realistic. I'll give it that.
All right.
All right. So you eat breakfast. You go back to the room, and Erin is waiting there.
Erin has showered and changed.
Breakfast meeting.
Yeah.
Ooh, Erin had a date. How did it go?
They went pretty good. We're actually going to go out for dinner when she's off next. Yeah.
Yeah, but like we have shit to do.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean another date?
No, yeah. So I asked her about tattoo stuff. Like I told her I was like thinking about getting a tattoo. Like she didn't like recognize anything. But like here's the interesting thing though. She said that like some of the rumors and stories and shit about this place is that like devils or demons or some shit would come here and like have sex with people and like do shit and whatever, and then like that's what the Duke and then the Countess are doing, right? So like it kind of plays into what the guy was saying, and then what Ramona was telling me about like some of the stories from here. So they might be like fucking demons or shit.
So you're saying that Jack is having sex with a succubus? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. How do you feel, buddy? Like you feel a little weaker? You all right? Like you're not too tired?
Well, we just ate, so he's not very.
I was waiting for you to say, "Do you feel sucked?"
Jeez.
Come on, you should have nailed that one.
Low hanging fruit.
That was low hanging fruit. That was lower hanging than Jack's fruit. Zing! We got. Come on, guys. This is what people listen for. The only thing people listen for is our triple entendres.
That's right.
Because it's not the action.
Nope. It's all dick.
The only action we're getting is
with Neil.
Yeah.
People come for the eating and they stay.
I don't. You know what? No,
That's right. That's right.
We're not doing.
Oh, that's a shirt right there.
This podcast is all action now. Nope.
The entendre, double entendres.
Nope, it's all action now. Nope, it's all over, guys. It can't be all about having virtual podcast sex with me. It's over. It's all action all the time now.
So now it's like an anime podcast. They come in the room and like Erin bursts out of the bathroom and there's like little like lines over his head and he just starts screaming. I just took a shower! How did it go with Wyatt?
Did we just get to into tentacle porn here? Is this a hentai?
Oh, like an anime thing, I'm saying. He's got, like, they have, like, the strikes above their head, like, when they're screaming and shit.
Yeah,
that's right.
I had to go hentai.
All right.
Anyway, got it.
Anywho.
Yep.
So like, are you okay, man?
Whoa.
Like, don't be, like, breaking shit in the room. Fuck, man.
Somebody got really excited.
Look, I just threw my stream deck, guys. My stream deck went everywhere. Ugh.
Yeah, I hate when my stream
deck.
It's
okay. It's pretty. This thing's pretty well made, so it's pretty good. There you go.
So they might be like demons or devils or some shit. So like, I mean.
So listen, they're 100% they are, right? So we got to get her. And just essentially lay it on the line and say, listen, we know what's going on here. We got no problem with it. We got no problem with you. We're not here to stop what you're doing, but you're being used, and they're trying to bring in something that's going to try and destroy you and your brother, too. And we got to figure out a way to stop it together. That's kind of just what we have to lay it out as.
All right. I mean, I think that works. Just, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't bring her up to the room and then like we're up here because then that'd be like super weird. But like,
no, we say we want to hang out, and it's not like ambush her, but just be like, hey, listen, we're just having a little party if you want to come up, or if we could even do it down by the bar or something.
Yeah, like maybe if we can get off on the side or something, and then you just like bring her over and be like, hey, I wanted to introduce you to my friends, and like,
Yeah.
We want to ask you about something. Like, you got to kind of like lead in a little bit.
Yeah. So if it's in public too, it's less chance she's going to freak out and like try and kill everybody. You know.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, fuck. They probably sleep all day, right? Because they're up all night.
Well, we'll probably have to meet up with them tonight. Yeah, because they'll be up, and we can set it up so that when we're down in the party room, you guys are just at a table, and then I'll just bring her over.
All right. Well, look. How about this? We send a postcard over to Edward. We see whether or not they have any kind of like interpretation of those runes and stuff, so we know what we're working with, right? Like maybe they can tell us what they mean, and then tell them, about the thin veil and like they're trying to use this place. See if maybe they've got something on file. Like maybe they got some kind of fucking ritual. Who the hell knows, right? I mean, like they know about all this stuff.
Or maybe we can get like some remote C4 or something like that, just in case we have to blow up that little spot too.
Wow, I mean, if it comes to that, that seems a little extreme.
Well, we're not dealing with like, hey, it's Aunt Ruth. I mean, this is demons and shit.
But like,
we have to go a little above, just fighting. We have to kind of go above and beyond that whole thing.
No.
Yeah, you gotta show up big, man.
I mean,
you don't see a demon and you go, oh, you know what? I've got a knife. You got to get a little bit, be more prepared than that.
Definitely don't bring a knife to a demon fight.
I wish that we had the truck.
Oh, man. God damn it. Seriously.
Right?
Because that would have been the perfect opportunity.
No. Well, geez, you have the blades, and you've been wanting to use those, and you almost did, but you didn't. We have the cannon, and you haven't been able to use that yet. When are you going to get your time, Jack? I mean, come on.
No, I'm probably going to go out in some kind of blaze of glory right at the last minute.
Well, at least, hopefully you don't die. Hopefully, it's something awesome, and you walk out of the flames, and, all badass and stuff, but...
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah.
If we get remote C4, we can easily hide it. I'm not asking for a bazooka, which would be cool, but I don't need one. But it's something that we can have with us just in case.
Look, I'm just saying this is like a 5-star hotel. Do you know how expensive it is to stay here? We can't just like blow up a part of the property, is what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be another way, right?
Why are you attached to this place that we don't own? I don't get it.
Look, we work for a secret government organization. If we blow up a part of the fucking building, somebody's gonna say something.
Okay,
it's just an old outbuilding.
What's that gonna do for us? I mean, everybody would be involved. It wouldn't be just us. They wouldn't just be like, oh, those are the guys that did it.
Look, I'm just saying, let's call it a plan B. That's all I'm saying.
All right, we can ask headquarters if they have any ritualistic ways of dealing with this. Sure.
All right, cool. So Erin opens up the drawer. He starts scratching out a postcard, telling him, giving him.
What are you asking exactly?
Well, so we give him the OPSEC, right? So we've told him about the boathouse before, I think. If not, we tell them about the boathouse. There's a secret ritual chamber underneath. There's the veil between the worlds is thin, and they're working harder to make it thinner. And
that's not good.
Some entities have come across, I guess, of their own volition, and that they're working to bring across, fucking chaos demons or shit. Like big... I equate like the Cthulhu thing. I don't know if he's gonna get it or not, but hey, they're trying to pull across like these elder beings from outside of time and space. We captured a high-ranking member. Wyatt has them. They have them in a safe house. They're gonna try to extract information. Is there a ritual or something before? That we can use, Jack and Randy are pushing for C4. Is there something else we can try first to seal the portal?
Okay.
Or is that an option that's on the table? I guess.
Okay. So you drop that postcard.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Because I don't think they have any
Okay.
plans, right? I mean, we won't see Delphine until the evening,
Yeah.
and then I guess I guess we could do research online. I guess maybe about like devils and demons in this area.
I think we should get lunch first and then do research.
So I would say here's the options as you present them. You could certainly you can wait for your answer. Obviously, there is the option of online research. You might be able to roll for that. It might be challenging if you went to your occult contact. That could potentially be easier. But again, as Randy said, you'd owe her another favor.
Mm-hmm.
You can just go along with your plan. And see what happens, and see if you get a response before you meet with Delphine.
Well, we know the postcard stuff typically takes about, 10 minutes to a half an hour. So we won't have to wait real long to get a result. So,
theoretically, yeah.
Theoretically. I don't think that we would talk to Lady Branwyn because of the favor situation. So, I don't know if, Randy, you think you can find, cleansing rituals online? You think, that's a viable thing? Maybe just give us something to, get some ideas?
There's got to be something. It might not be...
What does Randy have in occult?
I think I have 2 points in occult.
Okay. This would be an occult roll in this case, because this is some high-level shit.
I just feel like, though, what are you going to find online that's going to be anywhere near up to the task for this?
Well, the thing is, even if, let's just say, even if I find a couple of cockamamie things, okay? And then, let's just say in a half an hour, the guys at home office there say something that's similar to ours. Well, then we have something that connects, so why not take a shot, and see what's there.
All right, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. I will... I think I'll spend a point in occult just because I feel like it's going to be tough to...
then do a roll.
To get that.
Hey,
Okay.
Randy...
Give me a second here, because...
Well, while you're looking, we got a picture of those fucking runes. Maybe you can look up those too while you're looking, and then we'll see if Edward has anything to say too.
Okay, sounds good. That is a 5 with my spend.
Wait, can we do the research in real time so that the audience really understands?
Okay,
I'll start typing.
The better question is, the first roll is for what? What information are you looking for in the first roll? Is that just the general situation or the runes?
What do you guys think?
Cleansing rituals or the runes specifically?
We should probably do the runes specifically.
Yeah, up to you. Either or. I just, I'm hoping Edward has an answer, actually, but I figured if we can find stuff, then it's just a bonus.
Yeah. Well, you think with the runes, maybe there would be some information there on how to...
Well, yeah. We got to know what it is that we're cleansing here, so the runes would make sense.
Yeah, okay. Yep, sounds good.
Okay, so this is the runes specifically?
Yep.
Okay.
The runes, Neil.
Sucks. Because I really want to have a good choice. Like, without... Someone's gonna fucking be like, that's not good enough. Blah, 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 blah.
When have we ever worried about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. It's, the runes specifically... Hold on. I mean, maybe not. Maybe... Oh, let's go... Let's go more... We'll go more mainstream, because this would maybe make more sense. The runes, in this case, you may not be familiar as characters, so refer to a god referred to as the King in Yellow, Hastur, and essentially calling forth, also known as the Unspeakable, he who is not to be named. The idea is that bringing Hastur forth into this world would then convert our reality to his reality, which is sort of written about in a play called The King in Yellow. There's a lot of mythology about it. It's been referenced in many Lovecraftian and derived from Lovecraft what? I don't know what that means. Anyway, basically, the rituals are to basically merge his realm of Carcosa with our reality, and there's an awful lot of research that you could delve into from there, obviously, based on the reference. But needless to say, it's not good, because the gist is people who read the
Play.
The play, The King in Yellow, essentially went insane and homicidal / worse, suicidal, and on and on and on, into madness. So it seems as if bringing forth Carcosa would bring forth madness upon the universe. But the king is, Hastur himself is a thinking being, so perhaps bringing him forth would allow you to have some sort of, he does refer to himself as a king, so it's perhaps you would be one of his vassals, bringing him forth. So the cult may have some reason to be doing what they're doing. Doesn't seem completely insane, although definitely not a great idea from your interpretation.
Well, shit.
Now, see what I said about the C4? Like, that sounds like a good idea right now, doesn't it?
Man, you're not kidding. I mean, you're bringing me over to your side.
Thank you. I mean, this shit is getting... Like, I thought our dream sequence that was real about fighting the Wendigo was crazy. Like, this is getting there.
I mean, this is right out of the pages of fiction. Like, man, that's like, fuck. It throws so many other things into question. Like, this, it's not just like this. It's like everything.
Well, the funny thing is too, is like, okay, so we're talking about this Hastur. That's the guy named Hastur. That was
Hastur.
Hastur.
Hastur. Like, okay, so we're like, this is crazy. And yet, we've just partied and hung out with devils. I mean, at this point, I mean, can anything really be that shocking at this point?
I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, it's just so much to take in.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to have a YouTube channel, basically, where we just were like, the secrets of ghosts. And, like, now we're like, you know, trying to keep reality.
No, it's like actual ghosts.
Ghost, you know.
Ghosts.
Yep, that's what I said, Neil. So yeah,
I know.
I just this is just crazy.
Man, we've come a long way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is not where I would have seen myself a year and a half ago.
No.
Well, it's called personal growth.
Yeah,
Now
I mean,
We have come a long way, haven't we?
I mean, fuck. Do we want to follow this rabbit hole then, while we're waiting for the postcard, or do you want to? This may be more fruitful than trying to find a ritual, right? I mean, like this is some. I mean, you found a bunch of shit, right? So like maybe we should just focus on this for now.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And then maybe here in a little bit, if Edward gives us something else to feed off of, maybe it can be something that we can. But yeah.
Shit, we should probably let Wyatt know too. Erin pulls out his phone and starts texting Wyatt, say, "Hey, watch out! Like Carcosa, Hastur, fucking shit from outside the universe, whatever. Like, be on your guard. Let everybody know." I mean, they kind of sound like they know. Like he already knew what the organization was, but just give them a little more specifics if that helps them on their end.
Okay. You get a text a few minutes later that was essentially, you almost made me drive into a ditch. Are you kidding me? Hastur, question mark. Carcosa, question mark. This ain't good. This guy is more dangerous than we thought. Level 4 containment required. I'm on it.
Erin just texted back a thumbs up.
You don't hear anything back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you respond to that? Like, they seem like they have it handled. So
yeah,
he gave them the pertinent deets. So like, this is real bad. Just be careful.
Yeah, it's good to know. Good to know. You get a postcard comes to you. There's a bus, a bellboy, bell gentleman, bell person, whatever you'd like to call it, with a postcard for you that says urgent. He hands it to you and looks, as if he is looking for a tip.
Yeah, Erin throws him I don't know what would be appropriate for this level hotel, a 20.
No,
10?
No.
I mean, yeah, if you do that,
he slips
10,
him. If
He
you
was
decide on 10,
$5.
is it 10?
He gives him a 20. It's not his money. It doesn't matter.
Wow. If he gives him a 20, the guy looks like ecstatic. Like, he's like, "Thank you, sir. It is my pleasure to be of service. If you need anything, let me know. My name is Niles." And then
I sound just like Edward.
He struts down like the hallway, like, "I am fucking cock of the walk. This guy just fucking nailed it." The postcard it says, "Threat imminent. No time for debate. Package incoming. Use it with reckless abandon, Edward.
Neil has kept good on his promise. Action will happen.
There's a package that should be shortly, that is arriving imminently, that you can use as you see fit. That's what you know. It basically says, like, rituals would prove unreliable. More force necessary. And then package incoming, use with reckless abandon. Godspeed, Edward.
Oh, I guess you guys were right. It's time to blow some shit up, I guess.
All right.
Fuck. It looks like we're gonna have to do something, guys.
I'm okay with that.
I start singing the A-Team theme music.
I mean, I think we probably still have to wait till tonight, though, right? I mean, can we sneak in during the day again? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to scope it out, I guess.
Well,
this brings up, should we be talking to the Countess and Count about this?
I mean,
well,
I
let's
guess.
See. Boy, I don't know. Like, if I feel like if they're in on it somehow, if we let them in on it now, they could thwart us.
But I mean, we don't have to. I mean, she could have killed him at any time, right? Like, if they're in on it, and then they knew who we were, because that other guy knew who we were, that, like, they already would have taken us out, right? Like, if they're devils or demons or whatever the fuck, like, they could have just killed us outright, right? Like, I mean, Jack's got his blades, but, I mean, if it's a devil, is that gonna do... I mean, I don't know.
Well, here's
and then
the
also
thing.
Maybe, right, we could... You know, they won't like it that we're going to blow their shit up, but they also don't want to be destroyed by stronger forces that come through.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, what I'm thinking, too, is like, okay, say we don't know exactly when this thing is going to go down. Say it happens tonight when we're planning, or before that, like, and then it happens. We could have just gone now, or whenever the package comes, we could go and blow that thing up and cause anything from happening. You know, do we wait that extra, however many hours and, hope nothing happens?
Well, that's what I'm saying. When the package gets here, we'll fucking scope it out, right? Like, if it fits in a pocket, I mean, we'll see how big the package is. We'll see what we're dealing with, and then we'll make our way down there. I got the lock picks, right? So, like, maybe we can sneak in during the day and just do it, like, in an hour. But if it seems feasible to wait, we can wait. Like, I mean, I think we're kind of up in the air until the package gets here and we see what we're dealing with, right?
All right, fine.
I mean, we could always talk to her after we do it too, right? I mean, again, I think if they were going to do something, they would have moved on us already. I mean, based on the folklore, it seems like they just want a party, which seems kind of weird, but if they're fallen angels, like, maybe that's just the thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, if they turn out getting us eventually, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I probably will.
I know you will.
So, yeah. I mean, we can yeah, that's fine. I mean, you guys are really sure about it and I trust you, so.
I'm not saying we have to. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, probably we're never coming back to Switzerland.
Yeah, if we're gonna fight holy shit otherworldly things, hey, it'd be nice to have a couple on our side, I guess.
Yeah, I think so, and maybe even for the future.
All right. I mean, shit. Okay. Fuck, looks like we get the rest of our day planned out.
When's lunch?
So,
We already have lunch.
so then Aaron looks a little crestfallen. He's like, fuck, if we do this tonight, then we're going to have to go back. I'm going to miss my date.
Oh, jeez.
Wah, wah, wah. Sorry, buddy. I mean, theoretically, you might get on a date after the place blows up.
Yeah, there
Depends
you go.
on when her next day off is, I guess.
You didn't say it was the next day.
Yeah, that's some good stuff to talk about. Hey, remember when that place blew up? Yeah, that was...
Remember when half your place blew up? That was crazy. Like, totally who did that? It was weird.
I was never even nowhere near that.
Like, it's weird that, like, there's a bunch of regulars here, and then, like, these three weirdos show up with a guy in a cape and spinning knives, and this nerd guy, and me, and then your place blows up. It's weird, but, like, totally, completely unconnected. Totally. Like, don't even imagine we had anything to do with it. So do you want to, like, make out? Let's not think about it and make out.
That's right. We could blow up tomorrow. We could die tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah. You could blow up tomorrow if someone blew up more stuff here, like, you know, we didn't. So just think about that. If you want to make out with a guy who's pretty good at it, like if it was your last time, it'd still be probably pretty good. But you probably won't blow up because that seems unlikely. Okay, let's get to it.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's going to work.
Randy, you know, I guess the good thing is, look, guys, if we blow up tomorrow, we're going to come back in some other life and we're just going to do this again.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, maybe you two will.
I don't know where you got that idea, but sure.
Because we've already done it, Neil.
Yeah, they didn't blow yourselves up trying to stop an outer god. You just died of old age. Because you beat the evil before. If you fail, you die.
Ah, shit.
See, that's the kicker. You were really good back then.
Well, I mean, we're pretty okay right now.
So if I die of a heart attack, then I will come back as something cool. But if I
that's right. If you let a monster kill you, sorry, you're in hell. Well, it depends, right? Like, okay, if you fucking die from like a Wendigo, Wendigo's not great. But, like, yeah, you're not gonna, like, your soul isn't forever lost. But if, like, Hastur becomes reborn and merges, you know, Carcosa with whatever, like, you're in real trouble. Like, I don't think you're coming back. Because there's no world to come back to, and if you did come back to it, you wouldn't want to. So, let's just say, don't fail this one.
That's right.
All right, we got it.
The other ones might be okay.
Yeah. At least we're everybody listening will be promised lots of fucking action next time. So
I hope so. Fingers crossed. If you don't get it, I have no accountability. It's all someone else's fault, and good luck with that, audience.
That's right.
Well, I mean, we have at least one more meal before we blow stuff up.
There's no action in it, but it'll have. If there will be I'm gonna have a shootout at every meal now.
That's right.
Shit. All right, I guess we're gonna wrap this up because we're losing Jack Crandall to.
Let's do it.
He was up all night watching Evil Cultist, and he's got to take a nappy nap now.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. Well,
I thought he was fighting a mummy.
Well, maybe.
No, that was like last month.
Yeah.
You're fighting Tom Cruise.
Banging a demon.
I didn't usually. I would just tell him that I ripped his body Phaeton out from his, and then he would just like collapse, crying.
Nice.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for checking this out. Our new streaming scenario is not fantastic, but it's a means to an end. So if
it's
you
gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be streaming. It's fine. It'll work eventually. Just like we gotta figure it out. It's fine. Don't worry. It'll work though.
That's right. Technology.
I got it working for like everything else. So there you go.
Well, and
figure it out.
By the time this episode airs, we'll have figured it out already, and this will be completely out of context.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I got Cylon, and that was it.
Get ready for
I got
something.
Cylon. Anyway.
Yeah.
What? You know what? Fuck you guys. These are great sound effects. I'll hit them all. All right. I'm sorry, audience. I love you, and I'm sorry. And you hate me, and I'm sorry. But
It
those were
won't
some
matter.
great sound effects.
John's gonna
Anywho,
edit out.
listen to us. Don't do it, John. Listen to us. Love us. Live us.
Leave feedback for us.
Leave feedback for us. That I needed another L. There you go. Leave feedback. Reviews.
Retweets.
Comments.
Likes.
Retweets.
Comments.
Likes. Questions.
Well,
comments.
you guys
queries,
choose
conundrums.
this episode to ask for feedback.
Well, I say it all the time.
This one was pretty good. I thought this was pretty good.
Yeah.
You guys
just
got
to
some
let you
good
know, Brett.
information.
Most of them you could just be like, write them off.
I referenced a very popular Lovecraftian horror. So
That's right. We also got to learn words like chrysanthemum and
Crimsumstums. What was it?
Ensorcelled.
Ensorcelled.
Yeah.
Ensorcelled.
Pretty sure that's when a sorcerer sticks his finger in your mouth.
Yeah, I think that's definitely when a magician sticks his finger in his mouth. That's when you're ensorcelled. That's canon. That's canon.
God damn it.
I'm in charge, and that's canon.
Yep. Edit out this all in post.
I'm just going to leave it.
right.
It doesn't matter.
Put it all in. Put it all in. Everyone loves it. This is what makes it good. This is what people love.
This is the padding on the episode.
Yeah, that is true. That's the end. Then
You know what? We did a good
end
job.
jump
This
in.
time, I thought we did a good job, and, I was about to cancel because I was gonna kill myself. So, look, everybody, it worked out. We had a good episode. You got some stuff, and I'm not dead. You're welcome.
all right, we did it.
we did it,
Good night,
guys.
everybody.
And you all got you. I just ensorcelled all of you. Now feel bad.
You leave your sorcel away from me.
All right. Well, on that note,
Buy my coffee. Legends of Tabletop. Buy that coffee.
That's where I was going. I was going to lead into
I preempted you. Buy it. Some people bought it recently, several times.
There you go.
Get ensorcelled with coffee.
Yeah, being sorcelled by the legendary brew.
That's right.
I rubbed that coffee all over myself.
No. Neil!
I didn't. I don't touch it. I promise.
Right.
I only use it.
He's very good at his job.
I only use an aluminum scoop to touch the coffee. I promise.
right.
Unless you
But
want
if
him
you
to
want me
touch
to rub it all over,
Yeah.
Aluminum
if
scoop
you want me to
is
rub it
used
all
as
over
ball.
my body or roll around in the bathtub with it on me and then scoop it out, I'm all over it. And
love
Brett's
it.
like, I'm
Brett
out.
left. Yep. He's
Brett
like,
said,
sorry.
fuck you guys, I've
I
had enough.
hate you,
Sick of
idiots.
hearing this bullshit.
I have things to do and
That's right.
sleep to get.
That's right.
But if you want me to ensorcel your coffee, just send a note in your order. Please ensorcel. I will put it in the bathtub. I'll roll around on it and put it right back in the bag for you. Otherwise, get clean, delicious coffee from legendsoftabletop.com/coffee. Is that?
No, it's tinyurl.com/legendary brew, or you can click on any of the show notes in anything that's posted on the website or YouTube or wherever, and just follow the ridiculous slug that's in the show notes.
John, I missed it. Say it again.
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
listening.
It's
Just say it again.
tinyurl.com/legendary brew.
Okay, there we go. And order it because I swear to you, I make a lot of goddamn jokes, but that's fucking great coffee. And I roast it on demand, so sometimes it might take a little longer for you to get, but that's because it's as fresh as it gets. And it's all specialty grade. It's all graded by a Q Cupper, certified 85 points or higher. This shit is the quality goods just for you. And it gets a cool label that I made using the Legends of Tabletop logo and some cool background font, paper-looking parchment that I had. And it's great. And it's super cool, and it's super delicious. And John orders it all the time. So you should order it too and drink that as your coffee.
If you use the code LEGENDS10, you're going to get 10% off your order, and shipping is always free.
And here's a hint. That 10% comes off of anything. So let's say you order 2 bags of Legends. You can also get a bag of something else. You get 10% off that too. Just for you, Legends listeners, because I love you guys. You're my heroes. Mwah, 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 mwah. I need people to order this coffee, and I need people to like this show, or else why am I doing it? This needs to feed my ego and my pocket. It's not so much the pocket, mostly the ego. Honestly, if you guys told me I love you so much, if I got one of those notes ever, then I would still do this for the entire time I'm alive on this earth, because that's all that matters to me.
Jeremy
is fame
loves
and
it.
fortune. Not so much fortune. Jeremy, I love you. There we go. See, I love you, Jeremy. You listen and you show up and actually listen to us do it live, which is above and beyond. And you are the greatest, sir. I just want to let you know, I 100% appreciate your appreciation in my heart and in my soul. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your service.
All right.
John, what else do we have to plug?
I was going to jump us out of here.
What else do we have to plug? Guys, what are we plugging? Google.com.
Fuck
Search
Google.
stuff. Search stuff. Get things. What do we have? Crispin Pear Secco Cider. They don't pay us, but it's okay. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I like it. Question mark. It's fine. It's fine. Can we seriously extort some people for some money?
I mean, we've tried it. You're the only one that's still hanging in.
Anywho. All right. Well, thank you, people that buy Legends. I do appreciate it. We've got some reorders recently, and I super love it. I like seeing it. John gets a cut of the money. If you sell this bag of coffee, he gets a cut of the money. That's right. So help support the podcast. Help keep this thing going. Help keep me saying stupid shit to you at least twice a month with 2 different games.
Right.
And then tell me you like me. Just tell me you like me. That's all I care about. Don't even buy anything if you don't want to. Just tell me how much I'm great, and I'll keep doing this. Okay, my ego is all that matters.
Well, so you'll start to get messages 7 months from now when this episode gets posted.
God damn it, John! I thought we were caught up on this one.
No, we're not. The cycle's 8 weeks. So
fuck.
Yeah, it takes a while.
That's long. Well, if I'm dead by then, put it at my funeral.
God
You're
damn
welcome. Yeah, it's been hard. I have a hard time living. It's hard, man. Life is a slog. Anywho, tell me you love me and make me keep doing this podcast to stay alive. Or tell a friend and double the chances that I'm staying alive. I'm going to extort people this way. If you don't tell a friend about this podcast, I'll kill myself.
I'm probably going to edit that out.
God damn it, John! Keep it in there! Tell Jeremy if he doesn't tell 10 friends and at least 5 download an episode, I'm a dead man! I'm a dead man! Anyway, that's a joke from a Never show. Anywho. Cut it out. Cut it. Wrap it.
All right.
I'm done talking.
Thanks, everybody, for checking it out. We'll catch you next time.